What athlete in the history of your life or any time would you like to give a do-over on their career? That you could go back and live their career and give them another chance.
I have a couple. As an Indianapolis Colts fan, one of the people that would be at the top of my list would be Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was an incredible waste of generational talent. And all because I believe the staff of the Indianapolis Colts continuously misdiagnosed him, causing his injury recoveries to be longer and causing not only physical but mental burnout and fatigue, which was the reason why he retired just a couple of weeks before the season. So Andrew Luck would be at the top of that list. Somebody who's a Chicago Bulls fan, I would also say Derrick Rose. I would like to see a do-over on Derrick Rose's career. Phenomenal talent. Couldn't stay healthy. Just had Derrick Rose been able to stay healthy, I have absolutely no doubt that at some point in time he could have possibly rattled off a few championships. Maybe not what Jordan and his Bulls did 6 and 8 years, but he could have added to that legacy. He could have thrown 2, 3, maybe 4 more championships in on top of that in the Rose era. Another athlete that comes to mind when we're talking about giving them a do-over on their careers, was thinking of somebody else for a moment. Terrell Davis, running back, Denver Broncos, very short career. I would like to see if he could be somebody that could have lasted a little bit longer. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is not a career do-over, but rather an individual do-over. If I could give any one athlete one do-over for a game, I would give Walter Payton Super Bowl 20 over again. Walter Payton is the greatest running back to ever play the game of football. Period. And Walter Payton played on a lot of bad Chicago Bears teams. And then he finally had an opportunity to play on a winning team. They made it all the way to the Super Bowl. Had an historic year. Lost one game behind the strength of an all-time great defense. Make it all the way to the Super Bowl, and Walter Payton is the workhorse. He's toting the rock up and down the field. And then when they're down on the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, wherever they were, he has an opportunity to punch it in for a Super Bowl touchdown. And that fucking asshole, Mike Ditka, pulls him from the game and puts William Perry in the backfield so that he could have his big headline about how the big man barreled through for a touchdown, denying the greatest running back of all time a touchdown in the only Super Bowl he ever played. That was a goddamn travesty of justice. I'd give him that game over again.